as well. But joining us right now is the one and only Andy McCarthy. Andrew McCarthy, contributing editor with National Review, senior fellow at the National Review Institute, former federal prosecutor and author of Faithless Execution. Hello, Andy.
Hey, Steve, how are you?
Good to talk to you. A couple of things. I want you to listen to Terry McAuliffe, the governor of the great state of Virginia, Clinton crony for years and years, who is now under FBI investigation. And here's what he had to say about it.
No one's alleged any wrongdoing on my part. As you can see today, I'm full out in force and will continue to be full out in force. And, investigations happen. No one's alleged any wrongdoing on my part.
All right. So first, let me ask you. This involves a campaign contributions when he was running for governor. In 2013, he got $120,000 from a guy named Wang, Chinese national apparently. He ran a New Jersey company. Long story short, there's an FBI investigation also centering around McAuliffe's time with the Clinton Foundation, where he was an unpaid director. So is it true when he says nobody is claiming I'm doing anything wrong? Isn't it by implication an investigation about you, some kind of insinuation that you might have done something wrong?
Well, an investigation is meant to look into whether you've done something wrong or not, but I'll stipulate that this much of what Terry McAuliffe said is true. Investigations do happen, and they do seem to happen around Terry McAuliffe and the Clintons. Yeah,
no, absolutely, and this is going to be very interesting to see. But, on the bright side for McAuliffe, if he's ever convicted on a felony and sent to jail, he could still vote in Virginia, thanks to himself.
There you have it.
All right,
Steve, you are great at finding the silver lining.
I'll tell you, I am an optimist. Just ask anybody here. Right. Steve the Optimist, they'll all tell you. I'm trying to be optimistic about Matt Harvey pitching for the Mets against the Nationals tonight as well, but we'll see what happens there. All right, I want you to listen to this. This is one of the head of Black Lives Matter, DeRay McKesson, talking about the acquittal of one of the cops, Edward Nero, in the Freddie Gray case in Baltimore. A judge acquitted him yesterday. Let's watch the aftermath, and here's some of the reaction.
Freddie Gray should not have been stopped. He was no threat to the officers. The officers were a threat to Freddie Gray. So remember that this is about a range of circumstances today, and it's a reminder that we have to change the laws and the policies in the city and the state.
Don't you see the danger to the community if we start locking up cops for making a bad judgment call?
Do you think that Freddie Gray should be dead, Megan?
Well, talk about non sequiturs. This guy never should have been charged. All he did was participate in the arrest of Freddie Gray, and Marilyn Mosby, in her zealousness, saying, well, I hear you, no justice, no peacers. She arrested everybody she could, and this was a joke.
Yeah, the whole case is really a travesty, and it's a tragedy not just for the police officers who've been wrongly charged in this case, but also at a time when homicides hit a record number last year in Baltimore, and even non-fatal shootings are up 72%, Steve. What she has done is create a climate where cops have to worry about whether they're going to be prosecuted for doing their job. So she set up a situation where, if you make an arrest, you better hope that the court and the district attorney back up the arrest, because if not, you could be prosecuted for false imprisonment, and a range of disciplinary and legal ramifications could follow. It's extremely dangerous for a neighborhood that's already ridden with crime. And the black lives that really matter, and the ones that will be ruined by this kind of a course of behavior, are the victims of these crimes.
Absolutely. If this had stood, and I mean, there's no way something like that could stand. I mean, a judge could rule any way he wants. It would have to stand on appeal. But this was an African-American judge, and I found it odd. Maybe they're setting up the whole thing. But even the lawyer for Freddie Gray's family praised the judge's decision here, which just seemed odd to me. But again, maybe he might be involved in these other cases, and so they might want to not criticize him too soon.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to read the minds of the Gray family, and I don't think the history of this doesn't exactly sing a testament to Freddie Gray, let's put it that way. But his family obviously has gone through a terrible, tragic time, so I don't want to impute anything to them. But I would say that for this prosecutor, this is the second case where she has not succeeded in convicting someone because she doesn't have a case. And that's the reason she spends so much time trying to prejudice the jury pool. She's got to rig the game in order to win it. By now, somebody whose incompetence had been revealed this way and who had these kinds of results might take a second look about whether this whole thing ought to proceed any further.
Or they might be tabbed by the Obama Justice Department for a prominent position.
Entirely possible.
All right, let's get to the phones, folks, with Andy McCarthy, 877-NEWSMAX, 877-639-7629. And let's go first to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Wish we could all go there and say hello to Mike. Hi, Mike.
Hey, how you doing, Steve?
Good, good.
Good. I wanted to comment on your opening comment on the Trump commercial,
Yeah.
the ad against whether or not Bill Clinton is relevant, this kind of strategy. I 100% say absolutely yes. Bill Clinton is on the front line of this campaign representing his wife for president, and his wife, who's supposed to be this independent, strong, feminist woman, is now appointing him to say that if she gets elected, he's going to be a very important role, going to play a very important role in her cabinet as running the new economy.
Well, she did. She said. Wait. Mike. She said no to a cabinet position, but she did say that he would handle the economy. Andy, I know this is off topic for what we talked about, and I know you're not a Trump supporter, but is this strategy, do you believe, something that is certainly fair for Trump to pursue, given the circumstances that Mike set up?
Yeah, I agree with the essence of Mike's comment. You're quite right about the cabinet part of it. But, look, Mrs. Clinton has suggested that President Clinton would play a very important role in the administration. Frankly, a lot of the cabinet is less relevant than it used to be now that Obama runs government by czars who aren't vetted by Congress. And the other piece of this I would note is that Mrs. Clinton was not exactly an innocent bystander to the conduct that her husband was engaged in. There's a lot of information out there that she was involved in harassing the women so that they wouldn't go public, who her husband got involved with.
Right.
So, this is not exactly something where they have clean hands. And to my mind, they've never been challenged on it for over 20 years.
Right.
So maybe it's time somebody did challenge
Mike,
them
I
on
think we all agree, Mike, that it's legitimate. All right?
Yeah, I want to make one more comment.
Quickly, yes.
I'd like to see the National Review, your guest, this magazine. I'd like to see the National Review go completely out of business. Their anti-Trump attitude has been atrocious.
All right, well, that's no reason to want to see somebody go out of business because you disagree with their editorial policy on a particular candidate, but you're entitled to your opinion, Mike.
Hey, look, maybe if Trump buys National Review, we'll go bankrupt.
Touche. Let's quickly go to Bob from Loman, Idaho. Hello, Bob.
Hello, Steve. How are you?
Good, sir.
Listen, I got something to say. There's no way that Hillary Clinton is going to be the president of the United States. There's force in this universe that's going to stop this. The thing that I want to say, though, if by the smallest percentage that she does become president, I'll be 78 years old come June, and she's going to make death look a lot more enjoyable.
Well, Bob, I don't want you to go anywhere. God bless you, and thank you very much for the call. Okay.
Thank you, sir. I watch your program all the time. One more thing.
Yeah.
It's time for all of the voters, all of the Trumpsters, to man up and woman up and send in some money. This man needs help, and we can't let this crook become president, this Hillary.
All right.
Please send in your pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters.
All right, Donald, thank you very much. Only kidding. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it. Andy, closing thoughts? We got 20 seconds.
I just would like to know where the force in the universe that's going to keep Hillary out. I wonder where it's been the last 8 years. That's all I want to know.
Yeah,
Steve.
well, that's a good question. Hey, Andy, always great to talk to you. Thank you for taking the calls, and we appreciate it. We'll speak to you soon.
Thanks, Steve. Let's go Mets.
Yeah, let's go Mets. Andy McCarthy, ladies and gentlemen. More of your calls with Bree Payton, who will be joining us, plus John Bachman with more on the veteran protest outside Trump Tower. Don't go away.